Tuesday, everybody, and welcome back to the latest Breath of Fresh Air Shorty with your host, Charles Taylor. So it's been a little bit since I've done a Shorty, so it's time for me to get back on here. So I'm glad to be back, seeing everybody's smiling faces, and hopefully y'all like seeing my smiling face. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on, of course, with football. You just had the college football national championship game played on Monday night, and you have the NFL preparing to host the AFC and NFC championship games this coming Sunday. We will talk about those things going on, or we'll talk about them later on in the week. That's what I meant to say. Can't talk today, but I'll be back. Um, we'll discuss those things as the week progresses. But what I wanted to talk about on this shorty is what Major League Baseball did in laying down the hammer on the Houston Astros over this cheating scandal that took place primarily during the 2017 season. So, here are the main details. Major League Baseball suspended general manager Jeff Luhnow and the manager AJ Hinch, each for a year for the 2020 season. Afterwards, the owner of the Astros, Jim Crane, decided to fire Luhnow and Hinch going forward, saying that he wanted a fresh start with some different people, just trying to move forward with everything. Now, in regards to the suspensions that were handed down and the scandal that took place, so yes, the Astros were using different technological feeds to relay signals amongst themselves, different signals such as trash can banging in the dugout. It was a pretty sophisticated scandal, I guess they were using, or sophisticated tactic they were using in terms of getting these signals, and they got caught cheating. It's just that simple. Now, in regards to stealing signals, this is something that has been going on for a while, not just in Major League Baseball, but in all sports. It's about trying to get an edge at any time, any way you can get it. And of course, based off of some of the other things you have seen, such as the NFL Spygate scandal involving the New England Patriots, some of these tactics that are used could border on unethical. So it is the coaches and the managers' responsibility to make sure they are going to use some signals, that they have them covered and they know how to get them relayed without them getting stolen, because people are always looking to steal some signals. So that's why you have to be careful as the coach and the manager. In this case, the Astros got caught and they got hammered. Now, the one thing I will say also about MLB, they were clear on the policy of signal stealing. And they had said in their policies, if you are caught doing this, then the general manager and the manager will be the ones who get punished. And boy, did they lay the hammer on Hinch and Luhnow. Should some players get punished? You would think so, considering how in the report Major League Baseball gave addressing this cheating scandal with the Astros, the whole thing was player driven. So if it was player driven, you would think some of these players would get punished, but I don't think that's necessarily coming down, or at least I haven't heard anything yet that would suggest the players are going to get punished. But in regards to the scandal itself, this is clear. Major League Baseball has said this will not happen. They're not going to deal with this. And if you're caught, you're going to get the hammer laid down. So, I mean, they lost draft picks. They were fined $5 million, which is a baseball team. So $5 million for them is really a drop in the bucket. But I don't think the owner's just trying to give away $5 million for stuff that's kind of out of his control. So it's a pretty substantial amount of money, obviously. And also, you have to wonder what is going to come down in regards to some of the other people who were involved with this scandal. So that brings me to Alex Cora, who is currently the manager of the Boston Red Sox and was on that crew when the Astros won their title the year before. Alex Cora is being pointed to as kind of the ringleader of this scandal. So you would think if AJ Hinch and Jeff Lunau, got handed a year, you would think Alex Cora is going to get at least that, if not more. And when you throw on top of that, what he's being accused of, basically, when you throw that in there with the fact the Red Sox are also being investigated for some signal stealing violations, man, Alex Cora might not have a job here soon either. So it'll be very interesting to see what exactly comes down on Alex Cora. And from what I heard, it's expected to be pretty harsh. And if this spreads across two teams, especially two teams that actually won the World Series 2 years back to back, the Astros won it in 2017 and the Red Sox won it in 2018. Yeah, Alex Cora could be in for a world of hurt. So it's going to be interesting to see what type of punishment gets laid down on him and what comes down on the Red Sox overall. But Major League Baseball is making clear. And the one thing I will say about them is they don't mess around with any of the punishments. It's not like they go out here and do one of these Mickey Mouse BS investigations like what the NFL does and what the NCAA does. These investigations that take 2-3 years to compile. No, Major League Baseball looks like they are on it, they're coming, and they know what they're looking for. Once they get that information, it is over, and the punishments are going to be laid down, and people are going to know exactly where they stand. Ever since the steroids era, Major League Baseball said they are going to clean up the act, and they are going to have more concrete guidelines as to how to go about punishing people and making sure their players understand where they're coming from with these. It does clearly state if you get caught doing something like this with a cheating scandal or with signal stealing, you're going to get hammered. And the general manager and the manager will be the ones ultimately held responsible. So yes, there's probably some players that should get punished, considering that it was player driven. But I don't think it's really going to come to that in terms of the players. And one of those players is actually the manager of the New York Mets now, Carlos Beltran. He was a player for the Astros when they won the World Series. So that's interesting that it looks like he'll escape punishment. But back to the Major League Baseball, they are clearly sending a message with this one, and they are making it clear they're not going to mess around. If you're in the wrong, you're getting hit. You want to use some pine tar, you're getting hit. You want to continue to use some steroids or the other PEDs, you're getting hit. If you want to steal signs, you're getting hit. So let this be a statement sent to everybody from Major League Baseball. Unlike some of these other organizations, they are not messing around, and I think that was proven on this one that they sent out on Monday, that they are going to punish you if you are clearly violating their laws. And I think that's how it should be. You can't mess around with these things, and if people want to test it, then you have to let them know. You got to send a statement. And for AJ Hinch and Lou now, they were the wrong ones on this day. Well, that's what I'm breathing on for today. Obviously, there's a lot of information covered with this, and I probably need more than the 9-10 minutes that we try to keep with the Shortie. But hopefully, I got everything in there, and you guys watch this and y'all enjoy this, and y'all can leave some feedback. If you haven't already, make sure you go to the Breath of Fresh Air YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, and keep the likes coming on the Facebook page. As you know, Patrick and I, we love the feedback, so don't be afraid, be scared to go ahead and leave that feedback, and we can keep the conversations going with any of the topics, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent feedback. We don't really care. It doesn't matter. Just let us know what you think, how we're doing, and we're just trying to make the best possible product we can. So until then, everybody take care. Happy Tuesday to everybody, and we will be back later on this week. Take care.